Hello, my name is Dr. David Marshall. I'm the Medical Director for the Sports Medicine Program at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. And today we're going to be talking about the importance of recognizing and treating heat-related illness and dehydration. Unfortunately, thousands of kids are going to visit our emergency departments every year because of heat-related illness. And sometimes there's the unfortunate event where one of these kids pass away. The thing to remember about heat-related illness is it's preventable. So a little knowledge about thermoregulation and the importance of maintaining hydration status during sports and workouts is very important. The most efficient way our body dissipates heat during exercise is through sweating. We have to have a proper hydration status. Basically, our tank needs to be full from a fluid standpoint. That way we have enough blood volume to transport that heat generated from exercising muscles to our skin, and then we lose that heat through sweat and evaporation. That's very important to understand that, because if your body gets just a little dehydrated, maybe 1 or 2%, just enough to make you feel a little thirsty, that might be significant enough to decrease your body's ability to get rid of that heat and put you at an increased risk of suffering heat-related illness. This is much more likely to happen if it's very warm outside or if it's very humid. The higher the humidity in the environment and the higher the temperature, the more difficult it is for the body to lose that heat through the sweat. There's three main categories of heat-related illness, and the first one that occurs is the one that most of us are familiar with. That's heat cramps. If you play football or play exercise in the early fall here in the South, when it's still very warm outside, you'll see that a lot of athletes start to cramp in their calf muscles and their hamstring muscles in the third quarter. That's because they're unable to take in the proper amount of fluids during games. We tend to hydrate better during practices because the coach can have scheduled water breaks and scheduled hydration breaks during practices, but we tend to drink less during contests or games. Therefore, it's important for the organization or the officials to modify the rules a little bit. In the summer months and in the early fall when it's still warm outside, they should be able to schedule official timeouts to make sure that the kids drink throughout the contest. Another very important thing to remember with hydration is you don't start hydrating yourself right before the practice or the game, you start the day before. So it's important to maintain proper hydration status throughout the previous day. Those of you that are in school need to take a water bottle with you and drink throughout the day in school. Another important tip is to make sure that your school or your district has a heat policy. And what most heat policies require is that somebody, either a coach or an athletic trainer, takes a heat index measurement on the field at the time of practice. What the heat index is it's a measurement of the relative humidity and the ambient temperature. For example, you can see from the chart, the heat index chart, if it's 90 degrees outside and it's 80% humid, well then that's a heat index of 113 degrees. That is way too hot to be practicing outside in the sun. So another tip that needs to be associated with this heat index policy is what to do if it's too hot. For example, if it's too hot to practice in full equipment, then you can practice just in shorts and t-shirts. The coaches are going to have scheduled water breaks every 10 to 15 to 20 minutes. Or if the heat index is in the danger zone, they may cancel practice altogether and practice indoors where it's cool outside. Drink it, don't pour it. Pouring water on the back of our neck or on our head when we're hot feels good, but that doesn't do anything for our hydration status. So if you feel thirsty and you feel like you're getting hot, make sure you drink it rather than pour it.